Day 1, 0500 hours.
This is General Janus Cain aboard ship 324B21, reporting on our first day of the mission. We have received the rations and supplies that were sent our way. The experiments will begin at 0600 hours.
I think you meant to say General Stick Up Her Ass. We have to start work at 6?
That was Lieutenant General Cosima Pearson. Lieutenant, if you are so opposed to this, then why are you already awake?
I honestly don't know.
Alright, Lieutenant General, since you are already awake, I could use your help in preparing for the first mission.
I would help you, but I don't want to. So I think I'm going to try to go back to sleep. Bye. Wait, who is this to? Oh, who cares? Bye.
Lieutenant General, your behavior is extremely unprofessional and... She's gone. Anyway, this is General Janus Cain signing off. I will send another update when pertinent information is available.
Day 27, 1900 hours.
General Janus Cain here to report progress on Operation Prometheus. We have found a few planets in this galaxy with plentiful resources, but the ship's oxygen levels have dipped, and I'm beginning to grow concerned.
Are you telling them about the oxygen?
Yes, I was getting there. The oxygen levels have been fluctuating strangely in the ship. Captain Little has tried his best to fix this issue, but to no avail. Please send a new oxygen level maintenance unit.
How often do you contact them?
This is only my second time, but it is one of our primary means of communication with the home base.
Cos thinks you use it like a diary, and that all your dirty secrets are hidden on this.
Well, maybe Lieutenant General Pearson should stop spreading baseless fabrications, and maybe you should stop encouraging her.
Hey, I'm just letting you know. It's kind of a running joke with the crew.
It's great to hear that my crew has been busy doing productive work.
Jeez, we're making progress, you know.
Yes. I'm gonna sign off now, if you don't mind.
Oh no, go ahead.
Alone.
I see I'm no longer needed. See you tomorrow. Bright and early.
Yes, goodbye, Major. This is General Janus Cain signing off.
Day 53, 0100 hours.
This is General Cain. I'm a bit worried. The oxygen levels dropped significantly last night. Captain Little collapsed from deprivation while roaming the cabin and has not woken up since. Major Collins is tending to him in the medical bay, but the lack of oxygen is definitely getting to all of us, really. I understand the importance of discretion with the nature of our mission, but I fear that our productivity will decrease without proper working conditions. We can't continue to wait for a new maintenance level unit, and I fear I'll be forced to reach out to other bases if we do not receive assistance. I urge you to help our crew, as contact with civilians would compromise the mission. This is General Janus Cain.
Day 55, 1300 hours.
Captain Little did not survive. He was a valuable member of the team, and he'll be dearly missed. At the risk of sounding insubordinate, it's clear that Captain Little did not need to die. If you had simply found the time to send a functional maintenance unit, we would not have lost someone. A family would not need to grieve. Up till the very end, he was trying to find a way to fix the oxygen problem, to save the rest of us. He was gasping for breath, completely disoriented. I begged him to stop to save his breath. His skin was already turning blue, but he just shook his head and continued. He knew it was his last chance to serve his country. If only he knew the true purpose of the mission. I request that Captain Little's family be informed that he has passed. No details are necessary. Just please give them the courtesy. This is General Janus Cain signing off as we prepare for a final goodbye to one of our country's finest.
Day 60, 0500 hours.
We thank you for the new oxygen level maintenance unit. We've installed it and the crew already feels infinitely safer.
I'm sure Captain Little would have felt much better too.
Cosima, enough.
What? You want me to just not say anything because you have a hard-on for the government?
Pearson, you know as well as anyone how disgusted I am that they...
I'm sorry. I know that Little's death wasn't your fault, but...
I understand. It's perfectly natural to want to place blame on someone when tragedy strikes, but we must keep clear heads.
I know.
Get some rest today, Cosima. We all need it.
I will. Thanks, Cain.
I'm going to try to find a way to achieve the mission, for Little's sake.
Tell me how that goes.
We've had some progress in finding a planet optimal for our purposes. There is one with adequate oxygen levels and a highly promising plant life. We'll be conducting various tests on the living specimens to see if they'll be conducive to mass agriculture. No other higher-thinking life forms have been spotted, but we will try to be clandestine nonetheless. This is General Janus Cain signing off.
Day 63, 2100 hours.
We had an incident today. Major Adams encountered an alien life form and it escaped alive. We do not know whether this will threaten the interlunar diplomacy agreement, but it has been scheduled for silencing upon its capture. I will inform you of further developments.
Day 65, 1200 hours.
The life form is proving to be extremely difficult to locate. We think that the native species has organized a resistance against our exploration. We have discovered sporadic damage in the left wing's exterior protective shell, and there are large claw marks in the metal and what almost appears to be acid erosion on exhaust pipes. It is unclear if the erosion is due to a ship malfunction or to the species' resistance.
It's not because of the ship. The ship's exterior is damn near indestructible, and I'd bet anything that no human materials could erode the metal like that. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before.
We've had our foreign lifeforms expert, Dr. Marcia Galloway, take a look at the substance, and she believes it could be some sort of salivary secretion from a subhuman species.
Man, this shit's getting weird.
This is General Cain signing off.
Day 70, 1100 hours.
People have begun to disappear. It started a few days ago when Dr. Galloway fell into a ravine while investigating some suspicious tracks not too far from the base of the ship. Dr. John Evans, her close associate and our lead scientist, ran down the ravine to help her, but tripped and fell into a small body of water. Before anyone could reach him, he was pulled under and presumably drowned. Dr. Galloway has been recovering physically, but is overwhelmed with guilt and grief. I'm sad to say that Dr. Evans was only the first. 2 days later, some members of the security team who were patrolling the rear exit vanished into thin air. The camera footage shows them walking, and just as they approach the edge of the screen, it turns to static. We found their weapons in one of their helmets outside the ship. Just yesterday, Lieutenant General Pearson witnessed the disappearance of Lieutenant McLean. It seems like there's almost sort of...
Listen up, mysterious government whoever. We are dying out here with no idea what to do, limited resources, and absolutely no help from you morons. Lance was a good man. He had no reason to die. But now he's dead and we can't even tell his family why. You think you can just treat us like this?
The deaths and disappearances are taking a toll on the crew. Many of them never expected the mission would be so dangerous. In the midst of the chaos, many of the experiments have been put on hold.
We hope to resume as soon as possible, but without Dr. Evans and Dr. Galloway, the team is seriously lacking direction. Hopefully with the return of Dr. Galloway, we will be able to finish up and get out of here.
If there's anything you know or can do to help us, please don't hesitate. I fear that we are losing hope.
Day 73, 0100 hours.
Please send aid. Lieutenant General Cosima Pearson is gravely injured. Her injuries far surpass what Dr. Cruz is able to treat without help, and we are running out of medical supplies. We fear that she will perish if we cannot get her advanced medical treatment. Cosima!
Day 79, 0900 hours.
The state of the mission is grim. We have lost almost half of the crew and the lower third of our ship. The native species has successfully gained control of the engines bay in the bottom floor, and are currently occupying the engine room. The majority of what's left of our crew is hiding in the upper levels, most of them unarmed. Cosima died 3 days ago. Dean hasn't been seen in days. I report from the oxygen control center on the 9th floor, on the northwestern side of the ship. I don't even know why I'm doing this. You've been essentially useless to us, and at this point I assume you've left us for dead. Most of the people left are part of the security team and have no connection to the mission. I continue Operation Prometheus alone.
Day 81, 0400 hours.
The only remaining sign of human life I have left is the screams of my crew being killed on the lower decks. For hours it will be silent, and then I will hear their cries of agony, bringing me back to the reality of my situation. How did I ever get here? I thought I would lead our country to glory and make all of you back home proud. But now I wonder, is this my fault? Am I the reason so many of my friends and colleagues die? I should have left this place as soon as the first person was killed. I should have known that no mission is worth such grotesque destruction of human life. Memories haunt me in this hollow ship. I remember Cosima's stash of books she thought I didn't know about, Dean's compass that he knew was useless out here. Everywhere I look is a reminder of my failure. My failure to my crew, to their families. I wish I had never accepted this cursed mission.
Day 84, 0100 hours.
This is General Janus Cain. Our numbers continue to dwindle. It seems as though it is only a matter of time before we are all gone. If they don't kill us first, we'll certainly die from starvation, lack of water, or oxygen deprivation. We've salvaged 10 meal rations for myself and 2 members of the crew who have fallen ill. I found them in the infirmary yesterday, and both are in a grave state. One of them has large, swelling black spots on his skin, his gums are bleeding, and he is having sporadic seizures. He attempted to assault me on several occasions, so I have locked him in a storage closet. I'm struggling with the question of whether or not to continue feeding him or save the food for myself. As for the other surviving member of the crew, things look dire. She is suffering from oxygen deprivation and hasn't slept since I found them. She slips further and further by day into insanity. I fear for my own life and what she's capable of. But for my own safety, I've quarantined her as well. She is my only source of verbal communication on board, and even that is slowly diminishing as her brain slips into fogginess. I will admit, I have begun to hoard the remaining food, water, and oxygen supplies for myself. I care about my punishment for abandoning my crew no longer. I am without hope. This is General Janus Cain, signing up for the final time. I hope it was worth it.